If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still Got Game, episode 500! Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. As always, I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I am Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I'm James Yacht Dog Yaunt Wolf.
I'm Joel Dude I Rock Albert.
I'm Code.
Just good.
Now you did it wrong
Just Code.
in episode 400 as well. But yes. so Joel Dude I Rock Albert and Derek Code Monkey Shomer are back to celebrate episode 500 with us. So
Cheers.
They're
Welcome
getting
back,
paid.
guys.
They're getting paid for this episode.
Yeah,
Welcome
we
back.
get paid for this. Yeah.
Through all our sponsors and proceeds we get from everything else.
So crowded
Welcome
around
back.
this table.
So before we hop in the show, just an interesting little factoid. I have compiled the list of how many episodes each host has been on this show since the beginning of Tool to Type Radio, the perfectly named and search engineable show that everyone would want to see. Like, oh, what is Tool to Type Radio? Yes. So that's why we've changed the show multiple names, multiple times. But here is
and each time you've changed the name, you've gotten so many more listeners. So it's worked out.
It's because I restart the RSS feed and I fuck the whole thing. Yes, yeah. So I have many things to blame in this, but so here is out of the 500 episodes, and I will correct these in real time because now we're all here. So I have done 463 episodes of the podcast since 2005. And second place is Joel Dude I Rock Albert with
I'm actually surprised by that.
232 episodes.
You started it.
You hung in there
Like-
with me. You started it.
It was a long time ago, though, Code. It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Those count.
Yeah,
I
no.
guess.
Yep. So if you want to come back, because we're going to get something soon, or I may want you, but let's just keep.
We're
let's keep
branching
going.
out. We're
Yes.
going mainstream now.
So in third place is Derek Code Monkey Shomer with 172 episodes. I feel like it was more, but that's all that it was, Code. I'm sorry.
I don't even know where you came up with the numbers. I hope you didn't sit there scrolling and counting.
Oh, I
all
did.
the-
Yeah.
I counted them all.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you did not.
I did.
You are
Well,
so
well,
sad.
I worked from episode
Yes,
300
yes, he
where I
is.
had the previous count, so I only need to go through 200 episodes. But yes, in fourth place, most episodes is Roger I6 Hitman Roken with 155 tonight,
More than Tiff?
more than Tiff.
Oh.
I have not been on much lately.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
God bless you, Tiff.
And then in fifth place sits Tiff with 127 episodes. And then in sixth is Selden 007 with 102 episodes.
Just leave
Feel
mine
like
where
it
it's
should be
at.
more.
Don't change it.
Next
Just leave it.
is Yaunt Dog, who before tonight was at 69 episodes, but now he's at 70.
Thank you.
Oh.
And then next up is Bliznot with 37 episodes. Ebola with 37 episodes. LB with 4 episodes.
That's the one that got me.
No.
LB only had 4?
Yeah, he only had 4.
I didn't even know he was on here at all.
I had called him in an emergency situation to
We should have
fill
brought
in.
him on tonight.
We should have brought LB
Yeah.
on.
Oh, that would have
Right?
been that would have been a good poll. Yeah, that's a good thing. Jonah Falcon, known for many things, with 3 episodes, and last but not least, Dane Waterborne Tulloch with 2 episodes.
Oh, yeah. Dane, he's
So-
out in Florida now.
Yeah,
Living the
Yep.
sun life. Okay. Wow.
So we've done a lot of episodes. 500 episodes over 18 years. This this is prolific. And
Don't you do one every week?
Well,
Well,
hold up, Code.
hold up.
Seriously, you need to slow your roll.
yeah, no, it's every 1 to 5 weeks that we do episodes
Oh.
because the co-hosts are unreliable. I could do one every week unless I'm on
This
vacation.
goes back to the money thing.
You know what?
All the
You know
money
what
rolling
listeners
in.
love?
doesn't-
Listeners love
yes.
not knowing when any content's going to really come.
Yes,
out.
yeah,
That is
they
my-
love
they love
surprise
it.
drops.
Surprise.
Yes.
Surprise
Yeah.
drops. Yes.
that is what they crave.
Oh yes,
Uncertainty.
I hear the algorithm loves that. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But everyone here has contributed to the success or whatever you call it of the show.
Let's
At
just
least
call it the show.
At least the
Let's just
length
call it
of
the
the
show.
show.
Just say
The
the
longevity
show.
of
It's
the
fine.
Let's
show.
just call it the
Yes.
show.
Yes. But now, speaking of hosts, on a sad note tonight, Hitman is
Is it really sad?
following Derek Code Monkey Shomer and Joel Judai Rock Albert. He is retiring from the show tonight, so this will be his last episode. Aside from special comeback episodes, but he will be missed. Code, you left, and you started this trend, and then Jay thought he could leave, and then that made Hit feel comfortable to leave. But Hit was
You thought you could
instrumental.
leave.
Yeah,
But Hit
I've
was
tried to
instru-
leave many times.
Hit was instrumental in bringing the show to the video format. And
Wait, didn't I leave
That's
before
true.
Code? Because you and
I was
Derek
just
did-
gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was waiting for him to figure
Oh,
that out.
okay.
oh,
I was
maybe
gonna say.
you did leave before Code.
But then
Yes,
you
yes.
came
Because
back,
you guys did the
right?
show
But then
together
you
by
came
yourselves.
back. But then you came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. You did.
Yeah,
I
you were
did?
back for our video
Yeah.
shows with me, Hit, and you and Tiff.
Oh,
yeah.
with Tiff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Yep.
huge
Yeah.
mistake.
And that's why you're in second place, because we did like
Right.
2 years of those. So,
Right.
And
so
here we are.
So yeah, Hit was the impetus for us going to video, and that's why we're where we're at now. So
Wait a minute. He convinced you to go to video, and now you do all this extra work, and it takes like 40 minutes to prep everything, and then he's like, "See ya."
Yeah.
yeah, yes, that's exactly what happened. Yes,
That's because Hit used to do that work, and then he was like,
then
I'm
he
not doing
passed it
this
on to me.
anymore.
Yes, yeah. Hit used to be
That's-
the producer, and then he
Yeah.
was an on-air
Smart.
producer, and then he was like, "You produce," and then he was on-air talent, and then he
And
was
then
like,
you
"I'm done
realize
with
that-
talenting." Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So you are now realizing that entire phase of his thing was slowly letting go,
Yes.
and now he
yeah.
finally gets to do it.
It,
Like
it
a
was
man.
very slow, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a long process.
Yes. So
He
yeah,
quit back-
it was
he was like pre-COVID. He
years
quit.
in the making.
it was
Yeah.
a 4-year process, but Hit has finly quit.
Hit,
but
Hit is
he-
the original quiet quitter, like pre-COVID. He just didn't quit for 5 years.
But we will bring him back for special events at some point. So, but because Hit is leaving, we are in need of another host, because when Selden and I are together, no offense, Selden,
But
the,
I
the-
totally
the
agree.
the shows are quick, and Selden, we need someone
Is
else
this like
to
his
riff
camera
off
show?
of.
They're real quick.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
no, we need someone else to riff off of. So we are on a host search. So if any of you think you've got what it takes, and you want to join us, and you're a super fan,
and you don't want to
email-
get paid.
Yeah, and
Let's
you don't care that
be
you don't
honest
get
here.
paid.
Yes.
If you just want to do the show, I think you could just DM him.
Yeah, just email us at podcast@toolplay.com, and we'll start our host search. But maybe I'll call on Joel Judai Rock Albert
No,
or Derek
no,
Code
dude.
Monkey Show to fill in while we're waiting. But they don't know this yet. So no, they're both
retired
saying
too.
no, but they're
Nope.
thinking about
We're
it.
tired.
They're
Retired.
They're shaking you off.
Yeah, they're shaking it off like, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So yes, Hit, you will be missed, but
Who are we gonna fight against Derek with now here when I'm
Yeah.
on here? Who's gonna be on my side? I mean,
Gonna have to be Selden.
The one person
I'm
that was
screwed
all-
now.
the one person that was always against me was Code. Like Jay
Right.
and I always agreed. Like
Oh, no,
we're
but
like
in-
we're like, yeah, let's do that. That sounds awesome. And Code
It's
was
better
like,
than that.
fuck that.
I remember. Not only that, but like for instance, how's your 3D TV and all that bullshit you've been plugging
Right. The 3D TV has trickled our way to the bedroom. That's the last place that it exists before it becomes a throwaway TV.
Now,
Yes,
if
yeah.
you
Do you
go
even
back,
have the glasses anymore?
Oh, we have tons. We have 10 pairs of glasses. Yeah.
as an effort, I encourage the listeners to go find the episode where you were telling me how this is going to be the next greatest thing, and I laughed at you the whole time.
No, I appreciate
So
this,
that's
Kelly.
every episode. You
Code,
just
we
need to watch
people
them
like
all.
Derek because he we sell to him so that we can get other cooler tech in. So
Yes,
we need him around.
Yeah, I cycled through that tech to get us 8K.
That's
what
exactly.
I did. Yes, yeah. Oh,
Because it would have
All right.
never showed up otherwise.
yes, no, it wouldn't have. All right. On that, why don't we move in the show proper? If you're in the chat right now and you want to contribute to the show, you have something to discuss, post it in the chat, and we'll bring that in. But let's start off with mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show or the last 3 weeks because we were off a few trying to
1 to
coordinate
5
this.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, first up.
Consistency.
Pro Cinder comments. Thanks for convincing me to get the PSVR 2 D-Smooth. I have been playing a ton of Horizon Call of the Mountain and absolutely love it. The VR2 Sense controllers are so intuitive and the eye tracking is next level. So how many of us here besides me have picked up the PSVR 2?
It's just you like usual, buddy.
Okay.
This feels like 3D TV to me already.
I feel like we're gonna
wow.
have. Do we start the conversation already about?
Yeah,
what the
do we
next
got to go
thing
down
is
this
that
road
you
right
bought?
now?
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I don't know.
right. So,
Yeah.
Pro Cinder, you're welcome. And we'll just move on to the next question.
Yeah,
before
you're welcome
things-
for wasting your money.
before things go off the rails. Yeah. All right. Next up, Lick Me Richard.
Lick me.
Yeah, Lick Me Richard asks, what special thing is up your sleeve for episode 500? Well, I think you can see
It's
Joel
leaving.
Jedi Rock Albert and Garrett Code Monkey Shomer. So, yeah, they're
As we
here.
sit here, we
Yeah.
ponder how it is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 people who wrote in at 5 weeks waiting for the next episode.
Oh, no. These
No,
are
wait.
always called to four questions. Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, you-
hold up.
Out of the
Wait.
7,000 you got,
We had a discussion before the show. Wait for the next question. Somehow, Altheus, and we're going to put this in big quotes. Altheus
Altius, yep.
Altheus has been
Uh.
doing the show forever, I guess.
Oh no, Altius almost quit, but we have a question before Altius. Paul Frackian comments, congratulations on hitting episode 500. Looking forward to 500 more.
How long has it taken us to get to 500?
Hopefully it doesn't take another
18
18
years.
years.
18 years?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, some of
hopefully-
us may not be alive anymore.
Wow, Selden's tapping out. He's like, I'm not for this. Yeah.
Seldom just went emo on us.
Yeah. Emo Selden. Yep. Hopefully we make another 18 years, but yes. And we'll bring in some special guest hosts to cover for Selden after his unfortunate demise.
Hiking accident.
Yeah.
Definitely hiking
I
accident.
think it's a
Yeah.
chainsaw accident if it's a. what you guys
No,
were talking
all
about
the
earlier.
chainsaws above him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be any of these things. Selden lives a life of danger, like James Bond, but worse. So, yeah. And last but not least, Altius asks. Oh my God! Someone's editing the outline in real time.
Who could that be?
I don't know.
Are any of you
Derek
planning?
asks.
Are any of you planning or making the trip out to LA for E3 this year? If so, what is drawing you in? If not, why?
Is E3 still a thing?
I was like,
This is
I thought
is
they were
the
canceling that.
this is the gear that's coming back. So
Oh, is
like,
it really?
yeah.
No.
So Tiff and I now it's run by Reed Pop, the same people that run
Hacks.
Penny Arcade,
Oh,
PAX Expo.
no kidding.
So I am considering this. Tiff is not.
Nope.
So
The
she's
three
gonna
big
set.
players. Aren't
She's
there
gonna
three
set
big
me
players
loose
pulled
on the
out?
streets of LA all by myself with my craziness.
I'll send Jay with you, the master of
No,
trees.
there's no shot. I'm going to E3. No shot.
Oh, what if Pactor has a party? Because that's really my game.
No.
Like if Pactor has a party,
Oh.
I'm willing to fly out just for that.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. So
Ooh.
I got my.
But
bro
do I
back.
have to go to E3 or talk about video games? I don't
No,
wanna do
we.
any
I'm
of
not
that.
going to schedule you for 8 hours a day of shit.
Let's go
We're-
to the party.
In
No,
fact,
we're
we just
only-
got like next week and just like, you know.
Yeah, we're only going to go see Pactor. That's
Right.
it. And if there's anything you want to see on the show floor, you can. But I'm not making
Who is
schedules.
on the show floor though? Like,
Yeah.
is anyone
Not
Nobody.
Nintendo. No,
Nobody.
no,
Not Nintendo,
none of
not
the big guys
Microsoft,
are
not
coming.
Sony.
Well, we'll just go ahead and delete that story for tonight.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. So I'm pretty content just to fly out to see Pactor and see what's.
Well, I wonder if any of those guys are having any of those, like if any of that stuff's even going on anymore. It's been
Well,
Yeah.
that's what
going
I'm
on.
waiting to see. So yeah, but it's good to know that I may have a bro trip with my bro
It's possible.
just to go to Pactors. Yeah,
As long as there's
Dude,
no video games involved.
that's
Joe,
probably
there's
the
no
case.
video games. There's no video games. There's just the bathroom, lines of Coke, and that's all. The whole thing. That's it.
What are you trying to entice them more?
Eric will find you to the 3D
Oh.
TVs.
Yeah,
Or
I
the-
want to go
or
to
the
the
VR
3D
section.
TV convention. If we can go
Yeah.
there,
So,
then I'm in.
yeah.
It's just like 6 people in a room.
Yeah, CES.
So yes, Altius, there's probably not a chance that all of us are going, but if Pactor's party is going on, I'm definitely going, and I'm going to convince Jay to go have a boys' weekend.
We'll see.
Yeah, or a boys' Tuesday, Wednesday, at least. Yeah, because Pactor's party is always a Tuesday. So, all right. Well, if any of you have questions you want us to talk about in our next episode, give us shoot us at a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooledplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
Just my usual Warzone 2, light sprinkles of Sea of Thieves. I play like one match of Halo Infinite, and Hogwarts. A lot of Hogwarts.
How is Hogwarts hit? Random question.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it. Yeah, it's good. Surprisingly,
Yeah. I
yeah.
almost purchased.
Because I don't know, I don't know what other stuff they've made, but
It's
I didn't have
actually
very much
good.
confidence in
To
their.
be honest with
that
you, it's
studio.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's- yeah.
I'm probably going to pick it up. I just didn't. I've got too much other shit going on right now, so I didn't want to drop the money right now.
Just
So-
wait for a sale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait for the
Camping.
sale.
Yeah.
Hanging out with little boys. Yep, I understand. Yep.
Wait for a sale. Sure,
That's
there'll
what I'll
be. Sure, there'll be one soon. Yeah. What about you, Tiff? What have you been playing?
I've also been doing some Hogwarts Legacy. Really, really liking it a lot. There's a lot to do in the game, and some people were complaining, I guess, about the repetitive combat stuff. I haven't really hit that challenge yet, so I'm really enjoying it a lot. There's it's fun. It's a really enjoyable game, and I'm definitely there's a lot to it. So I definitely think it's one of those games, it depends on how much you want to explore and figure things out on your own versus, like looking some things up to kind of get through some things a little faster. But yeah, great game.
Such
I've
a
also been
huge
playing a lot
map
of,
too.
oh my God, it's insane.
Such a huge map. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job of it. And just think about the amount of content that they have in that game. It's like at release is just insane. Just all the dialogues, all the interactions. Huge game. Also been playing a lot of Dreamlight Valley. I started playing that, I guess, in December, and I've been playing that a good bit, getting through some of the new content that just came out for that. I harvest pumpkins daily. That's kind of my thing. I harvest pumpkins and go check out Scrooge's store and see what outfits I can buy. So that's kind of my daily grind in that game right now. And then I'm playing some Fall Guys off and on with Derek and the kids, depending on who's around. Which that's just kind of really fun game just to drop in and just have a good time with and be silly.
Nice.
How about you, Jan?
I actually got back into gaming. I've been playing since the new Hitman came out with all three in there. I've been playing a lot
Previous
of that.
things, yeah.
It's pretty good. I like how you can just keep playing through the whole story and it kind of meshes together pretty well.
You know what
play-
sucks about that though?
What?
Because I bought the first two like in different places.
Yeah.
Like it used to be able to like transfer stuff over, but like they stopped that and they're like, tough luck. Like we don't care if
Yeah.
you bought any of these before. You got to rebuy them, all of
Yeah.
them.
What?
That's
Did
like,
they
oh, man.
remaster- Did they remaster it? I don't know enough about video.
I got it
games.
for free on Xbox
Yeah,
Game Pass, so I wasn't worried
Oh.
about it.
I got Game.
So-
I've been using.
Oh, it's on
or
Game Pass.
I've had Game Pass. I've never used it.
Yeah, it's on the Game Pass PC. So you know,
I feel
Oh,
like
I got
it
it for
costs
free.
money.
Yeah,
Like-
I do that a lot. Code.
Oh.
You should see my Steam account of all the games that have never been booted up or ever installed.
Oh,
It's
the
fantastic.
things I bought on Steam sales. Yeah,
Yeah, I just have like 600
hundreds of
games,
things
I've
I've
played
never
3 of them.
played. Yes, yeah.
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 One day.
Hogwarts for sure. That game definitely has so much content to it. I mean, you can't even play and beat it in 8 hours like a normal game. So unless you try to speed run, because there's always side missions you have to do to get the spells to level things up, and you just
Yeah.
can't speed run it. So it gives it a really diverse type game. A lot of Marvel Snap, and I've been playing Destiny 2 with my son because he's really big into
Whoa.
that right now. So I've been playing
What?
that. So
Did you get the new DLC for that?
I did.
Old
How is it?
school,
I
old
heard a lot of
school.
complaints about it. so-
It's the typical Bungie. You know, they start off like this and then they crash and burn because they're like, we're done with this game. We're just going to keep giving people things that they can
Yeah.
purchase. But my son plays it, so it's a thing I can spend time with him for. So it's not-
Oh, so the update's not good, really?
I thought
Oh.
you'd be all over that update hit.
so here.
I was thinking about it because I thought it was going to be good. Like I heard
So-
so many
But
good
now
things.
Yance turned you off.
So
Yeah.
it's the Strand story. They don't actually have a good story to it. Okay.
Oh.
It's all about Strand, and everything they do doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense. It actually opens more questions. So you're kind of mad about the storyline. And
They lost me when they killed Cade.
yeah,
Like, they-
so
yeah,
there's
Wow.
that was it.
That was so
Yeah,
long
so there's-
ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. They killed
So-
my boy. No.
you can tell they're awkwardly trying to end the story in a couple seasons to be able to jump
Start
to whatever
something
they're gonna
new.
do next. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can tell.
Classic
You can kind of
Bungie.
tell.
Like, are they gonna end Destiny or are they gonna go to like
No,
Destiny
there's
no,
money
3?
there.
no.
They're gonna milk this until Destiny 29. Yeah.
So I'm not like Derek, and I can probably actually project and guess what they're going to do. They're going to go like into multi dimensions because the way they did with I don't want to ruin it, but the way they did with things with the Traveler, it's probably going to go to multiple dimensions or something like that. So that's how they're going to advance the game into the next wave. But I mean, it's the same old Destiny. They always just tweak things and then they over tweak it and then don't tweak it enough. And it just was disappointing that the storyline was just like, oh yeah, I got another power, but yet and then there was really no story behind it. So everybody's hoping that the raid will help with that, but the raid might be
Oh, when's
cool, but
that?
I don't think it's going to help with the story.
When's that?
I think it's another 2 weeks or something like
Yeah,
that.
they
I don't
usually
know.
do
'Cause-
2 weeks after
yeah.
launch. That's
Yeah.
like their standard.
Because that's
So
usually the only thing we really
that's why
care
you play
about,
Destiny.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when
it makes or breaks an update.
Yeah, when you can see most people, like I played 2 nights with my son and I'm already almost to 1800 and the hard cap is 1810. So, I mean, I didn't only played for maybe a total of 4 hours. So that just tells you there's not a lot to it and you level up way too easy. Even though they say they made the game harder, it really wasn't. So,
it sounds like they
yeah.
need a swish. If you can get up to level 1810.
I mean, there's streamers that are already like, over the hard cap. And I mean, obviously they play a lot, but that's ridiculous. I mean, that's who they're toning to anyways, to the hardcore players. And those
Yeah.
people are already done with all the content. So you're losing people quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
But how about you, Sheldon?
Myself, I've only been really playing a couple games. I've been playing Call of Duty, the DMZ mode. Still really enjoying that. Sheikah Island dropped so over the last couple weeks, so been playing a lot on that. It's a nice, it's in between Building 21 and the Al Mazrah map. So it's a good size for quick
How many
games.
players? How many players on the new map?
I think it's
You're
like, what is it, 20 something?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
definitely
probably in the
short.
20s, right?
It's in the
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah. But it's not as fast as when you go into Building 21. Building 21 is just insane. But it's a good size, and they distributed the players pretty evenly. So and it's good because they left Al Mazrah, so there's if you're playing DMZ for the quests, you still have to play both maps to get through all the quest items. So it's they're definitely tying you back into the old one. So that's good. And then the other game,
I enjoy DMZ. I have to say, Selden, it's like I'm surprised. I wish I had more time to play it because it's almost a good game mode. It's like for me, it's like almost good.
Yeah.
There's a couple problems, but like it's a really good first try for them. I'm actually super interested to see how far that goes.
yeah, because it's been labeled, and I agree with it. It's Tarkov Light. I love
Yeah,
Tarkov.
it's Tarkov Light. Totally.
If there wasn't so many cheaters in Tarkov still, I'd probably still be playing that more. But COD DMZ is just it's just that Tarkov Light. So
Yeah.
but usually the randoms you hook up with are pretty good too. There's hardly any assholes that play DMZ. So
Which
Unless
is like
you're
the
on
the team.
anti-COD.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Makes
too
no
highbrow
sense.
for them. Yeah.
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 So are you
then the
saying
other-
that DMZ2 will be like amazing?
No.
No, I don't think they have the
that
balls
company
to go
doesn't have it
further
in
with
them.
it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have it in them.
Mm.
That company does not have it in them to make a good video game. No shot.
What
No fucking shot. Whoever's doing it right now, at least there's no way.
if Microsoft takes over?
It'll get worse.
That's what's gonna get better.
Oh,
No shot.
But other than DMZ, I've been playing quite a bit of Atomic Heart, working my way through that game.
What the
Uh,
fuck is this?
Atomic Heart is your
It's the
like a-
banned it's a banned Russian game that Selden shouldn't be playing.
Oh,
it's
wow. Selden's crossed over.
I
against
see everybody
Ukraine?
playing that right now.
I know.
It's-
I'm just messing.
if you like the BioShock series, you're gonna like Atomic Heart because it's
Yeah.
in that same vein of type of game. Kind of that old timey feel, story mode. It's got a little bit of like Duke Nukem twist to the the dialogue and stuff like that. Definitely some adult themes in it. That are in the backgrounds, like structures and things like that.
The way they talk.
The way they talk and stuff like that. So, but it's an absolutely beautiful fucking game.
It is.
I mean, they really did a great job on the environment, the graphics, and the gameplay is okay. The AI is decent, but all in all, I think it's a pretty solid game. And I mean, it's on Game Pass, so of course I'm playing it. So
Oh my god, all these games are on Game
Mm.
Pass. I should use
That's
this
all
thing.
Selden ever plays. If it's free,
Selden's
he'll
smart.
play it. Yes.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of games worth spending money on nowadays, so that's the right way to do it.
yeah, and other than that, I've been trying to dabble in that vampire game that Derek's been playing.
Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, I've unlocked a couple maps and about 4 or 5 characters, and it's good.
You're playing that now?
I'm only playing it on my phone.
This game got Game of the Year from not on phone. Phone is bullshit.
it's that stupid
for
game.
for
Oh, never
real
mind.
games, it got Game of the Year from like 6 or 8 of the major gaming publications.
Because all
last
those
year.
people were blind.
Isn't it like that 8-bit game?
Yes,
Oh,
it's the baby
yes.
where you're spinning and
there's
shooting
no
like
way.
those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
It's a perfect phone game in my opinion. And
It
I
is
don't
the
know why you
perfect
shit
phone
on it
game.
for
it's,
being a
it's
phone
the
game.
perfect sit
Except
on
for
the
phones
couch
have better
console
graphics,
game.
so it's
Yes,
a little bit
yeah.
much.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a sit on the
Derek
couch
likes to play on the
console
3D TV.
And I
Right.
have big
Oh
hands,
my
so my
God,
fingers
nah.
fills up everything.
So
It looks really
so
great on your TI-85 or whatever.
My normal Xbox gaming is here in my office, but if I'm going to sit on the couch and play something, Vampire Survivors is what it's at. So yeah.
But that's about it for me. Let's see. Joel, what have you been able to do?
Same thing as the last probably, I don't know, 3-4 years. Apex for competitive stuff. What is it? Like Apex for competitive, Fortnite for when I'm playing with LB, COD for when I hate life, which is often, and World of Warcraft because I want to.
You want to
Yourself
FedEx a
forever.
few
My
more
pillow.
quests.
Right.
You want to get it. You want to get an item and carry.
That's like
the item to another
my
place.
that's like the level of sadness. That's like the
Yeah.
bell curve
Yeah.
into the depths of like, please stop doing this to yourself.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Code?
Well,
Yeah,
I,
your list is way sad. I
Yeah,
gotta be honest with you.
he's not much better.
I don't know. It's way worse.
well,
Yeah.
listen. I
What are these
started
games?
a couple years ago. I did try World of Warcraft again, and that was bullshit. So I was
what
like,
expansion did you try?
all of them, whatever.
Does it matter?
Well, no, because this has been, I don't even know how many years. It's the first time I've been back for 5 years, 6 years. I
Mine
don't
was like
remember.
a 9 or 10 year stint. I came
Yeah.
back. I still had over 1 million gold from when I was like raping and pillaging the server. And then I everything that was used to be hard was like basically you just face roll the whole thing. And then I just found myself doing what I always would do. It's just run from here to here and do that again. And I was like, you know what? I have better things to do at night besides that. So what do? I sit on the couch. I play Clash Royale, King of Thieves, both mobile games. And then once a
None
month,
of
I
those things
play.
are better things to do, by the
No,
way.
no, so sad. So sad. I can't wait to
Really
talk
not
about my
better.
games. Yes.
It is
And then-
definitely not better.
I go back at when I started up a new Dungeons and Dragons campaign with some local folks. So we play old school paper dice, no nothing, no
Good for you.
computers.
Nice. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good for you. That's
Good-
hard.
good
Real
on that.
people.
Yeah.
He goes outside.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
They-
first of all, that's
well,
gross, but that's
they
also
come to
cool.
me.
Oh,
I'm the
that's
dungeon
different.
master.
Oh, he doesn't go
So-
outside.
That's different.
They come into his house, but it's
No,
close
it's
enough.
better
You're
than
seeing
that.
real people.
Yeah, there's real people, but we do go in the basement because it's Dungeons and Dragons. It's got to be played in the basement. So go
But
to
it's
the
not your
basement.
mom's basement,
Wait.
though.
Do you
It's not my mom's
do you
basement.
dress up? Do you guys dress up too?
Oh God, I hope
Interestingly
not.
enough, somebody did ask that once. I didn't know what we were doing. I'm like, no, what we do is my bar is like a hand step away. So we grab drinks. We play with like, there's like six of us. And I get to play D&D with my son, which is weird. My buddy I used to play with back in like high school, his son, and then a few of our other friends. So like I waited until I grew another like spawn before I started playing again.
I think I might
That's
have to
why
drive
you
up
have
the
kids.
East Coast on
Yeah, you might
D&D
have
night
to
and play
invite
with
some
you.
of us, Code. I'm in for your campaign.
Wait,
Well, you're not
you-
invited, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not invited,
couldn't-
but I'm asking.
I couldn't see D Smooth playing D&D. I imagine
I-
there'd be shit flying everywhere,
See, that's
tables turned over.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same, dude. That's when he's like, "I'll play." I'm like, "This is not your type of game. This is like, oh, I rolled the one. I'm gonna throw the table and splatter all over the place." Like,
Nice.
it's just, I don't think that's the way you roll.
Yeah, D&D players don't
No.
like to be called cocksucker every 30
No.
minutes.
Yeah.
No, and it's a team game where everybody's actually on your side.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
And there's
not,
no-
yeah.
That's
don't even know
definitely
what
not
to
a smooth
describe
game.
it.
No,
That's
no.
all you had to say.
There's no PvP.
PvP
So-
is,
The little wolfie.
when you stab the guy, mid game
Oh.
or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess that leaves me asking OD what OD's doing. Other Derek.
Well, I 2 weeks ago got back into World of Warcraft. Which
Oh, you're a pansy.
Oh,
You're
Why?
like
I-
you're the
I went-
What is
lowest of
wrong with
all
you
the
people?
low.
He's so embarrassed every time I walk into his office and I see him sitting there and I'm like, what are you doing?
He
He's
covers
like-
the
he's
monitor
like-
real
he's
quick. He's
hiding
like,
his
no,
head
don't
in
look at me.
shame.
He tabs over to the porn.
shame,
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah, it's over to the-
porn, I swear.
This is
yeah,
all
so-
I'm doing.
So I dipped back into it, and then I remembered what I loved about it, which is that dangling
Winning?
carrot. Like, just constantly, someone's like, "Hey, attaboy, attaboy, attaboy," and
Oh, they
There's
know how the
something to
dopamine hit. That's for
Tiff,
sure.
Tiff,
Yeah,
you need to
there's-
give him more of an attaboy. Obviously.
there's something to say about that. So I have been playing a bunch of World of Warcraft. I didn't realize there was a level squish like 15 years ago. Sometimes between 15 years ago and now, but there was a level squish, so I leveled myself back up. Now I'm playing through the latest content.
So you went from what, level 60 to level 95?
No,
What does it go up to now?
it dropped everybody back to level 30. So you had to get back to level 60 to play the new content.
Wait, okay. I am way off then because the last time I played it was like 90 or something.
Yeah,
It's not
no,
90
no,
anymore. I think it,
no.
well, I thought, is it 70 now? I can't even remember. Is
I
it-
haven't reached the latest thing because I'm also leveling my professions at the same time. But
I
yeah.
think it's 70.
yeah, so they squished everybody down. So when I signed into my characters, besides them having like fucked up hex names, and fixing their names back to normal, then I had to go through and level from 30 to 60 to start the new content.
Well, and now
Um,
you can just like pay them money and be 60. You just
Yeah,
give them
okay.
money and you're like, let's do this.
Yeah, I guess I could have done that, but I'm losing enough on the show that I can't really afford to do that. So
You know that what a dick move. I was about to say that, and then you went and self-pwned, and then I had nothing to say.
That's what I do. I self-phone when it's required. In addition to World of Warcraft, I've been playing Vampire Survivors, which is it was the game of the year for 20 different game outlets last year. Which seems
You keep
silly
saying that,
because-
but who cares?
I know now it's
Yeah.
20. It was like
And
6
he
earlier.
broadcasts it to his
Yeah.
3D TV
Yeah.
guys, okay, to make sure that
Yeah,
8
yeah.
pixels is in his face.
all right,
Yeah,
all
oh
right.
yeah.
So in addition to that, I've been playing some Fall Guys with the family. So that's our like go-to family game. My
Good for
daughter's
you.
in
You're growing
college.
up a little bit.
We hop on Fall Guys. We play a couple hours of that. And then last but not least, on the PSVR 2, I've been playing. I have a bunch of games, but the only one I've played so far is Pistol Whip, and that's a fun game to play on that. So it's it
I was
feels
gonna
like
ask you if you played Horizon
no, I haven't even dipped into Horizon yet.
or
And
No Man's Sky.
that came with my bundle, but I haven't even dipped into it yet because Pistol Whip is kind of like a good gunslinging game, and it also has exercise in it. Like you're doing squats, you're doing like
Gross.
yeah,
Dude.
I know, yeah, it's gross.
That's not
yeah.
gaming. What are you talking
I
about?
didn't expect this until like after 30 minutes. I was like, "Damn, my knees are sore. Why is that?" And then it's
Because you
I've
don't
been
go
ducking
to the
bullets.
gym. No,
Mhm.
it's not. It's
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
need to exercise. I just get
Yes.
back to the gym and I pay $25, still cheaper than what you paid for the show, and I don't need a VR headset.
Wait, what gym are you at? You're only paying $25.
It's some
It's
guy's
his
basement.
neighbor's. It's his
Yeah,
neighbor
it's
next
his
door.
neighbor's
That's the
basement.
cheapest gym ever. Is it just like one bell bar and a
Yeah.
No, it's a weight
sad
gym. Like
homeless
it's a,
man?
no, it's a real gym that has like gym bros and stuff.
It's-
not
it's-
like
it's hot yoga.
YMCA.
Yeah. Planet
By
Fitness
Jim-
is cheap. You
by
can get
Jim
Planet
Bros
Fitness for
is
like
like
$10 a
$10
month.
cheap code. That's
means
cool.
new
Most-
friends. yeah.
Most of our gyms are $10 a month. Like this is double.
This is what happens in New Hampshire.
Do
Okay.
you live in like a forest with like 6
Yes.
people? How the hell is it that
Basically,
cheap?
that's what it is.
Oh, okay, that
Yes,
explains a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
more.
Yeah.
All right.
Wouldn't it
Fair
be?
enough.
No, I feel like that make it more expensive because of the supply demand issue.
No, it
But we
would
don't have to go.
not.
No,
in that
no. It's no one
'Cause it
wants
would
to
be in
go
the back
there,
of a
so the
field, and
cost
that would
goes
be it.
down. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
We all work remote, so we get paid really good to live in the woods.
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, all right. On that, when we finally get on over to new releases after 49 minutes, and
We did not start on time.
oh, we didn't. Yeah, that's true. We started 5 minutes late, but still, this is
No.
insane. So there were no major new releases this week except for all of the PlayStation VR 2 releases. So we're not going to go deep dive into any of these. I'm just literally going to read them off. So for
Why?
PlayStation 2 VR, because this is like an insane launch list for any.
Yeah, it's way
Yeah,
too
but-
many. I looked at that list and I don't want to
Yeah,
be.
but
Any, I don't
nobody-
want to be a part of it.
Nobody cares.
Can I take a break?
But a lot of these-
yeah. Can we
a lot of
leave
these
and
are
we'll come
new
back when you're done?
Just show the show notes, copy and paste into some chat somewhere. Done. They already probably put
if
this
any
out, the
game
press
system
release.
came out with this list of new releases, you would think it was nuts at launch. So here we go.
All right, just
PSVR
let
2.
him go. He's gonna do
After the fall, Altair
I fucked with
Breaker, Cities VR Enhanced Edition, Cosmonious High, Demio, Drums Rock, Dyschronia Chronos Alternate. Like, what the fuck? That's a dumb name.
These like coronavirus variations.
Yes,
or-
yeah. Fantavision, Farewell Ultra, Gran Turismo 7. People have heard of that. Horizon Call of the Mountain, a packing game. Job Simulator, the 2050 Archives. Jurassic World Aftermath Collection. Kayak VR. Kizuna AI. Yeah, I know, it sounds fucked up. Moss and Moss Book 2 Bundle. NFL Pro Era. No Man's Sky, Pavlov VR, Pistol Whip. This is the game I've been playing. It's fucking awesome. Puzzling Places, Resident Evil Village, Res Infinite. Res was the original PlayStation game that came with a vibrator for
Whoa, wait.
So,
Wait, came with a
stuff.
vibrator?
Excuse
What?
you? What?
Oh,
Wait.
Tiffany, you're not familiar because you're not a PlayStation person. This game actually came with a
Maybe she wants to
vibrator.
be.
She is now.
This game came with a vibrator that went along with the music. So
Where do you
all
put
right,
the vibrator?
wherever you want. Next up,
You know.
this came with Runner,
All right.
Song in the Smoke, Star Wars Tale from the Galaxy's Edge. I own this game, but I haven't played it yet. Synth Riders, Tentacular, Tetris Effect, The Last Clockwinder, The Light Brigade, The Tale of Onagoro, Thumper, Townsman VR, Vacation Simulator, What the Bet?
What
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah. Hit Unit Vacation. Yes. Yeah. Vacation Simulator, What the Bat, Zenith the Last City, and Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded.
This is
So-
where we just
so-
lost everybody in the everywhere. Everything we
That-
ever had is now officially gone.
You see what's happening here, Code? You see?
Yeah,
All right.
I see what. So the first thing I see is that none of these games came with a vibrator, so I'm upset.
No.
Secondly-
One of them did.
I thought
Thumper.
the first version came with it.
Thumper
Yeah,
did.
you can say.
Oh
that
no,
the
this
new
one's a
one- oh,
virtual
the new
vibrator.
one.
This one's a virtual vibrator. Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
A virtual vibrator. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Do your
Like,
controllers
you get to
vibrate?
watch it.
Vacation Simulator. Like, there's
No,
a lot
actually-
of stupid on
You know
this
what's
list.
really cool is just going on vacation. That's way cool.
You know what?
Job
know.
Simulator can get a real one. Like what? Then you
Yeah.
get money. You can start a podcast. There's so many things you can do with
Yeah,
that job.
because you need a job to start a podcast to lose money. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these. There's definitely a few games that I've seen on other VR platforms like Demio, and you know the
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, Moss,
Star Wars.
Pavlov VR. You know, I mean, there's
Pavlov, yeah.
definitely a lot that are on there. Demio is probably the one that I enjoyed the most on the Meta platform because that's a Dungeons and Dragons type game. So,
Yeah, he said it.
but yeah,
That
I mean,
that is a lot of launch titles, though.
I
There's a
mean,
lot
it
of
is.
launch
That-
titles,
yeah, that's a lot of
definitely,
launch titles for sure.
How many of those are new though?
Oh, Code's got his headset on. Yeah. Oh no.
There.
no.
Can I
a good
play some
question, 'cause
Dungeons
it's-
and Dragons?
I think
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
that's a
them are
Quest.
from Oculus, right?
Mm.
Like the ports. They're
yeah,
already in.
there's definitely some of
VR.
these that are already on other VR platforms. So because I know that I played a bunch of these games. I played an early mod for No Man's Sky that was VR. So I mean, there's definitely some quality titles here, and there's definitely some new titles here. You know, it's a great launch title, launch group though. So
Yeah.
One question I had about No Man's Sky was like they updated that game for the PlayStation VR, but does that mean that the regular VR on like Steam got better, or did it not touch that? Do you know?
I don't know. Selden.
Because
I'm
I
gonna
kind of
s-
want to try it out if it got better.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
They've updated
Maybe.
a lot of that game hit. Period. It doesn't matter if it's
Yeah.
on console, PC, VR. They're doing a lot of work on that game for free. No joke.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it wouldn't be better.
Okay.
All right. Well, on that, why don't we move on over into gaming news? First story, and since we have so many hosts, once I'm done this one, feel free to pop in and ask for one. Xbox is focused on June showcase, but fans can expect other announcements sooner. So, yeah.
Is this the
so-
first time you've seen that story?
No, I read all these all this morning because I'm the only one that adds stories to the outline. So
Now,
yeah,
does that June mean E3 or just that they're doing something in
no.
June?
So they're going to be doing something during the June timeframe. They're
Right.
going to be showing off their shit, but they're also like, hey, don't worry about our competitors who are doing stuff in May and April. Like, we're also going to show off shit then. So this is kind of like a weird, different thing for them, but I guess this is kind of like their pandemic response, where they did like 2 or 3 showcases in 2020. They did 2 in 2021. They did 3 in 2022. So Microsoft is just constantly pumping out updates to this. So yeah, it is
Now,
what it is.
on a
but
similar note, do you think by then they'll have their acquisition stuff into play? And
I would hope
yeah.
so. Like, especially with the acquiescing they did to Nintendo and saying, "Oh yeah, you guys got Call of Duty forever," and it's only the EU that's causing a problem with this this acquisition. So
Man, I mean, all I know is in terms of like, I just wonder if gamers even really give a crap about any of the I mean, certainly the time frame matters in the sense of people are just used to stuff coming out in June, used to stuff coming out like during the summer. But I wonder if any of that type of like waiting to release marketing material really matters anymore.
oh
It
no, I
doesn't-
don't. I
it
know
just
it's
doesn't
not the
feel
same as
like-
it used to be. No.
Yeah, like gaming doesn't need like a
A
season.
calendar. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To do stuff. It just feels, I mean, if you got stuff to say it. Gamers will be hyped if they like the game. And gamers will wait still 2-3 years for a game to come out anyway. Like they're,
Yeah.
it's not gonna
Yeah,
change
exactly.
anything.
It used to be June, July were like let's go. But then when they were like, and the demo's available now, and you and I and Tiff were at E3 and we're like, well, that doesn't really help us. Like,
Right.
yeah.
You're like, but I want to play the demo, but
I want to
can't
play the demo, but I'm here
because
at
I gotta
E3. Yes.
sit in this line for 3 hours to like,
Yep, yep.
yeah, it just doesn't have the same. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense that Microsoft's trying to keep to that schedule, but I really think you're going to see this stuff just slowly
Just
over time
trickle out as the year
Yeah, it
goes
just doesn't
on.
make sense.
Yeah.
There's too many
Yeah.
studios working on too many things, with
mean-
different pipelines. So
Yeah, I mean that falls into why E3 is almost irrelevant at this point, also because it's that used to be the big showcase of a lot of announcements and stuff like that, and
Yep.
now these guys are putting on these the internet broadcasts of what they want to say when they want to say it. So
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, and it's all
Yeah.
pre-recorded.
They're controlling the
They
dialogue.
control the message. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
why
mean,
let a bunch
speaking
of
of that, one of
sweaty
the
nerds into a room to like
Yeah.
shit on your game before it's even released, which is what would happen at E3. Like, oh, I saw so and so game. It
I was
looks like
playing the
trash.
demo and it crashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of that, one of the other stories is, and we alluded to this earlier about Nintendo has also confirmed that they're not going to
Next
be.
story.
Do it,
Oh my
Tiff. Take it
gosh.
over.
Nintendo confirms it won't be at E E3 2023.
Is that because they just found out that E3's back?
I think they didn't know about it. We heard about it last week. They're like, we don't even have a babysitter. How are we gonna?
Yeah.
How are we
Way,
gonna go there?
We
Can't even
didn't
get over
know. Oh,
No.
no, I mean, it's just following the trend of the other big, the big three, that they're saying they're not going to have a presence at E3 this year. And I think it's kind of, based on some of the things that Derek just talked about with that previous story. They're releasing on their own schedules. They're announcing things on their own schedules. The great thing about E3 was that it was so cool to see in that time frame, like that June time frame of like all the announcements of stuff coming out in the fall or
Oh, yeah. You
coming
and I
soon.
and Jay were there in the heyday of E3. Before they
For
let in the
sure.
randos, it was
The
was a
randos.
yeah.
The randos.
Yeah, it
But-
was
but
it was
now-
a special place. Yeah.
It was, but at the same time, there was so much there, and the timing of things, like your game could get lost with other big games there because all this stuff was coming out at the same time. So by these companies kind of releasing, their press releases at different time frames now, I think that gives them, they're able to kind of pick when and where they're announcing their game or information about their game,
They
and
control
and try
their
to find,
own
like-
destiny. Yeah.
Exactly, and finding their own sweet spot of like, hey, how do we stand out? We're not going to compete against, I don't know, Call of Duty
Yep.
28, but you know what I mean? Like,
Wait, what
So-
about? Wait, I'm missing. I've been away for a while. Last time I was here, I think the Wii was a thing. So does Nintendo even exist? Like I have a Switch. It was cool
Yeah.
for like an hour. Like
Yeah.
I played.
No, we
played
have
the
2
Zelda
Switches
game.
that have been
we
getting
have two that
dust
are now
for
yeah,
5
they're
years.
just
yeah.
sitting there now. Yeah.
So what? So I guess fill me in. Why isn't Nintendo dead yet? What are they doing that's like super cool now?
Nothing.
They still produce games for
They
kids.
they just have exclusive games that
I mean,
people
like
want to
Zelda
suck
still
off.
brings out a
Yeah,
ton
they
of
still have
shit.
some really
Like,
big IPs.
They still
yeah.
have huge IPs. Yeah. I mean, don't get it twisted. They still sell a fuck ton of games, right? Like
and Switches
Yeah.
too.
and
I mean,
Switches. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, huge hardware sales.
So it's the same as it always was.
It's
We
the
don't
same
know
as it
why,
always was.
Yeah,
but they
we
sell
nope.
a
Same as
crap
it
load of
ever
stuff.
was. Same
Yep.
as it ever was.
They
I mean, it
have
seems
they
like it
have
makes
the
sense,
pattern
though.
down and they're
Yeah.
going with it.
You,
Yeah,
you
they know how
sell
to
you
farm.
take a very low margin or high margin item and you sell a butt ton of them for fairly cheap. You make a lot of money. You don't brag about it. You throw out a game every now and then, a Zelda every 5 years, and then you
Pretty
just
much.
repeat the pattern.
That's
Yeah.
Exactly.
console exclusive. Exactly.
Yes.
And you know what though? Is this even a news story? Because I was pretty sure that they weren't doing E3 for like
They
the
haven't been
last-
doing it for a while.
Yeah, a
so
long
why
time.
Is this, why is
No.
this news?
So
Like, it's-
once E3 was re-announced from ReedPop, the people that
Uh-huh.
do Penny Arcade Expo, they actually rethought their thing.
oh, like
and-
they might have gone. Or
Yeah,
something,
they
or-
might have gone, and then eventually they decided not to. So
So it was like
Okay.
a great reset. They started everything over again, and everybody had to redeclare the shit they already said.
Right,
Yes.
they're like,
Yes.
we still think it sucks. We're not
and then
going.
Microsoft was like, "We're going E3," and then Sony was like, "Maybe we're going E3," and then Nintendo was like, "We're not
Still
going
not going.
E3. No,
We're making way more money not going to E3.
yes,
We don't need to spend money.
just the booths. Like for those folks that have not been to E3, the booths alone, like forget what you paid for the area to put your booth. Like the money they spent on booths was ludicrous.
Astronomical.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
millions. Yeah.
Yeah,
So much.
like
For sure.
like we've been to booths that have moving walls. We've been to booths that have multiple floors. We've been to booths
They have
Like-
bars.
Bars,
Yeah,
bars.
yes,
They
full-on
built a
bars.
bar.
Yes,
That's usually Microsoft. You go like to the
Live
booth
action
and there's like a hidden bar.
actors. Yeah.
yeah. So that's a loss leader. So those guys were probably like, "Oh, we don't have to do this anymore."
Yeah, and I will say that their Nintendo Direct events have been pretty successful for them. Like they get a lot of views for those events.
Yeah, because
For a lot of
so it's
disappointment.
working.
all the 6-year-olds
Well,
that can't go
whatever,
to
but they're
E3
getting the
definitely go to the
views,
Nintendo
yeah.
Directs. Yeah.
And
Because they were
you know,
kind
a lot of
doing
these
Nintendo
companies are
Direct
under
before.
strain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they're doing like those treehouse
Right.
things.
Yeah. Their audience just isn't old enough to go to E3. So yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Can I draw out a story here that would be something I can just complain about?
Go right ahead.
Go for it.
Code.
Yeah, go nuts.
Verizon subscribers would get an Xbox Series S for $150. Like, does anybody care? Like,
I literally had the same thought. Why would
Like-
who gives a shit?
I just sold 2 on Facebook because I needed to get them out of the house. Like, and I probably was about that same price when I sold it. So I don't
Right,
understand.
150?
Yeah.
I've got 3 sitting on the shelf that I need to get rid of. So
So is
I mean-
this like when people, you know how when you turn in your iPhones, they can resell the iPhone? Is this like they're just like, I don't know, we just got what are we going to do with all of
They're
these?
like, what do we need to do with
Xbox
this
Series
inventory?
S's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
like the price to me doesn't even seem that good. I know $150 is not a lot for gaming, but like where we are now tech wise, the Series S is not like it is what it is.
That's your 1440p console.
That's your
Yeah.
14
if it was
exactly.
$50, I could see like a craziness there. but
Yeah, he'd be like,
150.
whoa.
Who cares?
150 just doesn't. Yeah, I
You
don't.
could get a used one. It's already old tech. So just buy a used one that's beat on, let your kid smash it up. You're going to spend more on fucking controllers than you're going to spend on the
Yeah,
console
full
anyway.
system.
True
You're
story.
right,
The
you're
whole,
right.
a console's entire purpose in life is for you to destroy controllers so you can spend $60 on a new controller.
That sounds really accurate.
Yeah,
Actually.
for
You got
sure.
friends?
I'm pretty sure we have at least 20 controllers like, just laying around our house right now,
How many of them
And
are
how many are-
elites?
and half of them work.
I
And
have three. I have
And-
three
and
sitting right
four
here
of
because
them
my
are
kids keep
elites
breaking
hit.
them.
Yes.
Four
Although-
elite.
Yeah. Although Shadow
each of
in
them,
chat,
each of them is like 3 controllers.
Shadow has said in chat that he's never destroyed a controller. Like,
Liar.
That's
Yes.
a lie because
Thank
there's two things
you.
that happen. The
yes.
first thing is you, for some
Drift.
reason, the headset doesn't
Stick-
work anymore,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Like shit. Or they change the adapter, so now you have controllers that have the headsets that don't work,
Or the thumbstick
buttons-
just rubs out and like
Yep.
they just
Right.
die. They
Yep.
just like go to
Right.
shit.
or the bumpers break and
Bumpers
then
break, yep.
Yep.
It's usually the
Yeah.
sticks or the bumpers for me.
The sticks and the
Yeah.
bumpers are the two big
So
ones. Yeah.
Shadow,
I would end up with
no-
drift all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Every
Shadow,
controller has
even
drift.
though you come here and you say none of your controllers are broken, that's ludicrous. We've
Yeah.
all broken controllers. It's not just
I have-
not me spazzing.
You're not playing enough games then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've broken
obviously.
controllers since the Atari 2600. Like
Yes.
I've been
Oh,
breaking.
you used to have to take it. Yeah, the Atari joystick. You could unscrew the 4 things underneath,
Oh, that's right. They
pop
came,
out
yeah.
the stick, put in
Yep.
a new pad, resolder it, put it down, and then you're back in
You
action.
did the same
Yeah.
thing with the NES controller. You have to pull it off to put little
Yep.
pads under
Yep.
the buttons to be able to get. Then
Yep.
the select button, you have to like push it basically into the circuit board. To get it
Yes,
to,
yeah.
like,
You have
yeah.
to push it with 2 fingers.
like right in the. You had to have like
Yeah.
skinny little fingers to get it in. The little,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
This is just the life of a gamer. Nothing's going to change, and that's where they make their money. Don't let them trick you into thinking consoles are expensive. The controller.
It's the controllers and the recurring income. Yeah, yep.
Do you remember when Xbox released the Elite One and they were advertising it as like the last controller you'll ever need or something
It
like
was
that? or-
not.
I broke that Elite One in like 2 months.
Yeah, I broke mine
same.
twice. Tiff
Yeah.
broke hers once, and then we were out
Yeah.
of warranty.
Now I was gonna say they
Yep.
did the warranty was decent because
it was a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
giving gamers. I mean, a year in controller life again is I think pretty long.
It's more
But,
than
you know,
3.
It's
3
more,
months.
yeah.
yeah.
But the last
So-
you just confused the message. The last controller you ever need because it's the best. So you'll always just buy that same one.
I think that's what they meant to say.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Like, you're gonna need
yeah.
about 10 of these, but still,
Right.
But
It's-
it's,
it's
the
all
last
marketing. It's how
one
you
you're gonna
phrase it.
ever need.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
because you're
That's
gonna
how
need
you
it
phrase
for
it.
the parts for the other one that also broke, and you gotta. You know,
Yeah,
I
no,
will say
I
the Elite 2, though, I have not had any problems with.
I did.
oh, the
had
newer
to,
ones.
I
Yeah.
had to switch to a Scuff. I went to Scuff, and
You sold
this-
out.
Yeah, I like. I'm not going to keep paying Microsoft $150, $200 a controller. I went to
Or
Scuff.
you could just buy the
Controller is more than
$60
the S.
ones and not worry
Yeah.
about that.
This one has lasted me like a year and a half. So yeah, go
I
Scuff.
never thought I'd hear about the day that a third party controller would be better than a
then
first party.
the high end Microsoft
yeah, I mean,
controller.
everyone
yeah.
remembers Mad Cats, and you
I
never
was just
wanted to
gonna
be
say
No,
that.
stuck
yeah.
with a Mad
No.
Cats controller. Never.
When you looked up the controller and they're like, it's half the weight of every
Yeah.
other controller.
Exactly.
Now the Scuff is just as heavy as the Elite. It has the
Paddles.
the paddles on
What's
the back.
what's the price difference? More or
It's the
less?
same. It's,
It's
about
actually
the same.
it's
Depending
actually
on
a
how you
little bit
customize
more
it.
expensive than the Microsoft one.
Okay.
but,
Well,
Listen.
if you customize it more than what you
Yeah.
should, then yes,
but
it's
it,
more.
it's
Oh, you could
definitely
spend
worth
more.
it. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, it's
If
customizable.
you-
It's about $50 more, but it's lasted a year and a half longer than
Yeah,
any.
that's a pretty good investment.
Yeah.
If you're gonna spend money, you know what? If you're gonna invest in child sweatshop labor in China, you should at least be able to get the highest quality product you can get.
Code always goes to the most controversial topic.
Keeping it dark.
Did I get it?
Yes. Yeah.
We still
Dark
have
web,
time. We still
baby.
have time.
Dark web.
I-
Yep.
Give me more time. I'll come up with another one.
Show's about over.
All right.
I'll do this next story. This is blows my mind, which is that Meta has sold more than 20 million or almost 20 million Quest headsets. I find that Unbelievable.
I think I have.
I know.
one.
I know a
I
lot
have
of people
one.
that have them.
I have
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
Wow.
it was a price point at an entry level, and a lot of
Before it
people
went
picked
up
it up
the
because of that.
$100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much?
So-
What was it at its cheapest?
$2.99.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? That seems fair.
I think that's what
Yeah,
we
actually,
paid.
that's not so bad.
It's wireless too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's completely
Selling
wireless.
prices,
My
so-
kid plays
Yeah.
ours every day. I mean, he's on it
Really?
every
Same
day.
here.
Yeah, he plays.
My son does
That-
too.
plays
That's
Gorilla
fascinating.
Tag all the time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
It just goes to show because like I mean I obviously I have the old Oculus that I've probably opened. It's still in the box actually. The paddles I never even took out. And I really just never saw a space for it. Like I mean it never interested me at all. But kids using it is actually
Oh, yeah.
scary and also pretty like
My
pretty
son
cool.
uses it. He just goes into our other room. He won't go in there if my daughter's in there doing homework. I'm like, neither of you guys are making any noise. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to be in there. She's gonna like hit me or something or laugh. So like, but he plays it probably every
No
day.
kidding.
I don't know what games he's playing. He buys them every now and then. He has to go to. We only have one Microsoft computer, so he goes over there and he has to buy it on the Microsoft computer for some reason, and then it does some magic.
you have to
sauce and
buy
shows
it.
up
You have to
Yeah.
buy it on Facebook. You have to buy all their crap on Facebook.
Yeah.
Their Meta
Yeah.
Facebook thing. You have to log in that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
my assumption that was like people bought all these quests, these 20 million, and like only 10% of those people are actually using them.
no,
Oh,
Oh, I'm sure that's
Yeah.
still
That's
correct.
probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably still
yeah,
correct.
our
but-
son had one and he didn't use it for 2 years, but he started last week. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
yeah,
I think the biggest thing there is they're coming out with more content for VR, and that's why
That's
it's
the
kind of
thing,
taking
yeah.
more off. Even like we just saw. I mean, the one thing is all of those lists, even though the games are most of them are crappy, it still is a lot of games. And the more content, again, in the whole gaming world, if you come up with more content, gamers are going to spend more money. So
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
there
and that's
you
the weird
go.
thing about
Money.
Facebook. Like,
yeah.
they have the tech, but tech never wins that shit. It's always the software. And it's like, that's why I think overall Sony's probably going to win on that battle because they're the ones making the games. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes more sense to me nowadays. I mean, I wouldn't have said this probably 2 years ago, but to me, it makes way more sense to buy the Sony product than it is to go anywhere near Meta. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot
But yeah, I think you're missing out. That Meta is multi-platform. You can play the
Yeah.
Meta games. You can also play all the Steam games. So you have a lot larger of a library
True.
off of a
Yeah,
Meta
true.
console
Yeah, true.
and a Steam
True.
console
That's
than
true.
you do off of Sony. Sony's going to be a closed environment that you're only going to get the games that are going to be coming to them.
That's coming to Sony.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I guess my other point would be then is it so people buy a PS, well, at least my impression is people still buy a PlayStation because of first party games. Like that's the only reason you
Yeah.
would buy one
Well, that's the only
otherwise-
reason you buy a Nintendo.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You want
Yeah,
Zelda,
an Xbox.
Mario.
Same thing.
I mean,
yes,
kind of.
yeah,
So
yeah,
do
yeah.
they so the second question then is do they own that market similarly in the VR space? Like are they the ones because I don't know enough. This is more of an
Yeah,
education
they're
thing, but-
working on it, but they're not there yet.
yeah, they're
they
not
have
very
they
far
have some
off. And
exclusive games to themselves, but they're more
Yeah.
kid friendly. So again, that's
which
why
makes
our
sense.
kids are playing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like Nintendo. It's the reason why they keep selling crap load of consoles and
get them while they're
games
young.
because
Yeah,
you get the
yeah.
kids. You
Lock
get
them
the
in.
kids interacted with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I think the Horizon's going to be their exclusive. It's really going to drive a lot of sales.
right.
Moss is a timed exclusive. I know that the Moss 1 was already out on the Steam platform, and it's a great game. Moss 2 came out, and it's strictly going to be on PSVR for the first year, I think. But I don't think that they have the catalog currently to say that they're going to be, the first party exclusives for
Right.
this. You can only get it on that. So,
Yeah.
plus, I mean, you look at it, you have to buy the PlayStation, which is
Right.
$5.99,
Yeah.
and then you have to buy the PSVR, which is another
Yeah.
$5.
yeah, that's other thing.
Yeah,
The price point
yeah.
for the Quest
It's-
is right.
It's a rough price point. Yeah.
Yeah, and my son bought his own. Like, I mean, he's 17, so it's not like he's a little kid. But like, he's not gonna. If he bought a PlayStation, he has a 4, I think, or whatever the last one was. He didn't want a 5 because he doesn't. Basically, all of his friends are on the Xbox, so like, he's gonna spend all his
Yeah.
money. He's gonna play like some stupid Spider-Man game or whatever. But which he did for the
Yeah.
first one, right? He bought Spider-Man.
And
then-
he doesn't want to play Miles Morales. Yeah, yeah.
So now he's got but with this VR thing, he just goes off, he plays for a little bit, then he goes upstairs and plays with his friends on Xbox. It's like a diversion.
Yeah.
And that's the next step is like, is PSVR multiplayer, is it going to be cross-platform? Because they've traditionally been very avoidance of cross-platform.
So
play.
Yeah,
many
I would say
current-
almost no
anti-
shot that
yes,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And currently Meta and Valve and all the other 3D platforms, VR platforms, they're all cross-platform on all the games that they
Yep.
play. So, I mean, they gotta change their look. I mean, and that comes up with Meta had a leak, I think today or yesterday, where they laid out their road plan for the next VR headset. They're gonna have the Meta Quest 3 coming out this
Great.
fall, winter. And then they're going to have AR goggles coming out by 2025 with a full implementation by 2027. So, and they
Well,
supposedly leaked this because Apple's about to make their big announcements on
Yeah,
what they're
Apple's
going to do on the
yeah.
Apple
They've been
platform.
talking about it for forever.
So,
yeah, these guys.
I still
are
think
all-
Apple that's a weird play for me. If that ever, I mean, I'm sure it will come out, I suppose. But Apple in the gaming space has just been useless since Apple has
since the
existed.
beginning.
the Macintosh.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so like
No,
it just
no,
seems
no,
like-
no, no. That's not true at all.
Code.
Oh, Code is gonna argue
That
with
is-
you.
That
Turn
is
him off.
bullshit. If you ever played Mac Classic, they had all the games. Load
Yeah,
Runner,
Mac
like they had
Classic.
tons-
Okay, yeah,
that,
sure.
It's still the same company. I mean,
How old were you,
You can't
back
say that-
then? I can't.
5.
You were a little baby. Little baby
I was
boy?
12. We had a
Yeah, you
dual
were.
3.5-inch floppy. It was great.
And he
But-
had
but they-
Risk on the Mac,
And
and,
now
he
you have a
had-
2-inch floppy.
Oh, come on. You're giving him more credit than that.
Yeah,
True.
dude. That platform, HR War, had all kinds of great games. Then Nintendo came out, and then PC crashed and killed them, and they've never come back since. So so they haven't had anything good since 1983, but they
Not
did
that
at
long.
one point.
But
But they did before. They had a gaming platform, and for some reason they gave it up, and they shouldn't.
Yeah, for that one weekend, they really
yeah,
had their shit
they
together.
had Bungie's first game before Halo.
That's right, they
Yeah,
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
yep.
What was it?
Sir.
Something Runner? I can't remember.
Something Runner. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it all back with this
They're gonna
next
get it all
VR
back.
thing.
Here's the time. They're gonna get it all back.
All back.
Yeah.
Everything's coming back to Mac. Yeah. No.
It's not.
not.
No. Realistically, I'm
Code,
gonna
you've
put
got
this
that
into
bad take about 3D TVs coming your way.
Ah!
no, no.
This is Code's 3D TV
I was gonna
thing.
say,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to push this off to the smooth to say, regardless of whoever comes up with any of this tech, it's not a survivable thing. It's never going to be a big. It's a trinket that's fun to play with.
It's a
All
trinket.
this stuff is crap.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Everybody
you're in
just wants to
trinket
be fully
zone.
immersed.
Yep. All right. Next story.
I can take the next one.
All right,
Call of Duty's 2023 game is a Modern Warfare 2 extension. So this is coming from game developer.
So is this saying that it's just an expansion? Is that
It's
what they're trying to do?
they said this later in the article, which it basically sums up everything. It's an equivalent to Bungie's Halo 3 ODST.
okay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like-
So it's like
Right?
almost a standalone game, but not quite.
Yeah, I
So
guess
it's a disappointment.
Still using
Right.
everything from.
They're going to
this
charge a
Call of
lot of
Duty.
money for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of gamers came up and they got pissed off because they're like, why are you doing this? I mean, this should be an expansion rather than an extension or a new game that we're paying $60 should be like a $20-$30 price tag. So
Yep.
Well, that's what actually coincidentally, that's what they're saying about the new Legend of Zelda game, Tears of the
Oh.
Kingdom.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
It started off
Yeah.
as a DLC for Breath of the Wild, and then they're like, you know what? We have so many ideas that we're gonna make this its own game. And then they showed the game off a couple weeks ago, and it's
Oh, it was
it's
bad.
same map. They haven't
Same
added
map, yep.
anything.
Oh,
No.
And they're
wow.
charging more money. It's the first Nintendo game that has a new price point.
Seven.
And
So it's
not a
like-
new console, too. They're not even coming out with a new
Yeah,
console.
it's not even a new
with it.
console. So
Yeah.
they're charging
Yeah.
more money. You're getting basically the same content. Like, it was basically DLC.
Yeah,
And,
but you said
yeah.
that this DLC is a 4-year in development, right? So, like, of course you have to
Okay.
charge more money.
So
You've
that's
been
where
I
the
mean-
price
to build
comes
it.
from. Yes.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
people
but
were
we-
expecting like new areas of the map, but like no, it's
Well, or a
all
new
the same
map. I would
areas.
expect a new
Right.
map for
Yeah.
a new game.
I mean, this is
Or-
following the same path as Pokemon with Nintendo for the longest time. I mean, it's
Yeah.
basically the same fucking game over and over and over.
Yeah.
Although
Right.
Pokemon, from a development standpoint, that is the most trash looking game. That game literally looks like it was made by a 4-year-old. It is unbelievable that they get away with what they do with that game. It
Yep.
is
Yep.
craziness.
Agreed.
But even Mario Kart, I'm like, sorry, Hit, but even Mario Kart follows the same form. It's not really a lot of innovation between games. It's not a lot of changes in what the game is. Like, it's pretty much shovelware, but they keep charging full price. And nobody ever
but at
questions,
least
so.
every year, every time there's a new Mario Kart game, it's like new tracks, new engine. Like, at least they try
Yeah,
to make it look
yeah.
different.
Something.
But they,
But if it's too
Yeah.
different, people want to play Mario Kart.
They want to play.
That's
Mario
what they
Kart.
want.
Right.
I agree.
It's
with
like
that.
Yeah.
imagine if you went to, like, I don't know, a Led Zeppelin concert and they had all new music. People were like, "What's this bullshit?" Like, I want to hear "Stairway to Heaven" right now. Let's do it. Right? That nobody wants old people doing new stuff. They just want the same thing they've always had. They'll still bitch about it being shovelware, but if it's too much change, they're not going to play it.
It's crazy they went to Led Zepp, but yes, I agree.
Well, I was gonna go with Billy Joel or Fleetwood Mac, but then I went. I tried to be cooler just for a second.
Oh, nice. You did cool. Yeah.
You want me to get my albums? I can get my Zeppelin.
No,
albums
that's
out.
okay. Yeah.
You have the LPs.
Yeah, I got all. Of them.
Wow. Code's gone full on vinyl again.
Yeah, I got my
Nice.
vinyl.
Wow, dude.
again,
Too.
I was thinking of getting a CD player actually.
Oh wow, he's gonna go.
I'll
vinyl
sell you
and
one.
CD.
$1,000.
I saw an 8-track up on eBay the other day for $200. You want that?
No. I stop at 440. Like, you want the compressed sound, but you don't want that. Like
That
that's-
much compressed. No.
Yeah, that's
That's
little
too much
I'll
for
just listen to-
Code. Yeah.
That's like 52K MP3s. I could just get those. I probably still have some on a iOmega zip drive someplace.
Yeah. Oh, nice reference. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say iOmega. Damn, that is.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you downloaded everything back on, back in the
Back
day.
in the
I
day.
put on something.
I remember.
Yep.
Got to play Winamp, kick the llama's ass.
Turn on your equalizer. Yep. All right. Next story.
I'll take this one. It's a throwaway. Hi-Fi Rush rocks out with 2 million players. The surprising announcement that Microsoft dropped during one of their little pressers caught the world off guard, and the game's picked up popularity, and Steam hit a record number for it the other day. So blah blah blah. Nobody cares. Next story.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. I'll take the next
see-
one
I-
since you
I
didn't
see
give
what you
anyone
said.
any
There's a lot
time.
of stories still left.
Yes. Star Wars themed Xbox consoles and controllers announced for Mandalorian season 3. So, yeah.
You
Merchandising.
need a new controller.
Oh,
Can I
Yeah,
can I be
yeah,
honest
yeah.
about this? This is the worst segment ever. I've always hated this part of the show.
stories.
The
Suck.
new, you hated the
They're
game
always
when you-
awful.
You
It
hate
doesn't
the
matter
main-
if
you
we
hate the
provide
main
them or
part
not.
of the
They're just
show?
bad.
All right. Well, Microsoft has new consoles out for both the Mandalorian and like a cute baby Grogu controller that comes in a little brown, like, what is that? Like,
Turd?
Ouch.
sack.
Oh.
Yes.
Sack. A sack.
Oh, he looks so cute. So, yeah.
It'll
Go
make
buy
the
it.
controller
It'll
I
sell
also
never
heard-
millions.
What do you do with the
I also
sack when
heard-
you're trying to use it?
You're never gonna
It's
use
your
it.
controller holder.
Yeah,
It's
it keeps
it's
it
like
warm.
A sheath.
Oh,
Yes,
it warm.
Thanks, Yant. Yes, Yant knows. It keeps it
I
warm.
think I heard
So,
that
yeah.
this isn't even going to be for sale. They just announced this, and they're just going to run a contest to give a couple of these away or something like that.
You want to know
Oh,
why?
I didn't hear
Oh.
that.
Because
I
this
heard
is
this is
fucking dumb.
legit retail.
Agreed.
Yes.
Like, I'm looking at the
Oh.
picture of this.
No, it's
This-
a sweepstakes. They're not selling it to the public.
oh no.
Look,
Yeah.
this looks like
You-
something
you have
AI
to-
created.
You have to retweet their tweet and hashtag
All
it
right,
with
all right,
whatever the
then
hashtag
let's
is. So.
hashtag
Next story.
fuck this. Yeah. Next
I want that
story.
Who's got
What
it?
is it?
Someone
Who's
has
gonna
to take it. I just took the
Who's buying
last
both
one.
Okay.
of those Xboxes?
Okay. Oh, you doing?
Code's take one.
I'll take one. The Olympic Esports Series will include Just Dance, Gran Turismo, and chess. What the hell is that?
I don't even know.
What? Why is that? This isn't a story. This is
No,
bullshit.
it's a story because we need stories. So just deal with it.
I have a story for you. When are they going to bring back Rock Band or something fun?
Yeah, that's what I think I've been saying that for a
Yes.
while. I'm like, it's about time that they
Agreed.
recycle the Life Toys and bring back
Right?
some of the
Yep.
the Just Dances, the Rock Bands, and
At
those
this
type
point-
of games. So
Highlander.
But it's in the
Same game.
Olympics now. Just Dance is now the Olympic esports.
This is literally in the Olympics. That's
All
how
right.
embarrassed we can be.
I'm a
Yes,
white
yeah.
dude. I'm not dancing on anything. I want to play a plastic instrument and bang on plastic drums and break controllers that way. That way, at least I feel like I'm getting something out of it.
Fair enough. Whitey. Yep. All right,
Next
next story.
all right,
Story?
It's the last one, right?
I think this is the last one.
Oh,
I'll
God,
do
I
this one.
hope so.
I'll do this one. Microsoft is putting Xbox games on GeForce Now in the attempt to win over regulators.
What's GeForce
Nice.
Now?
What's a regulator?
That's
Mount up.
That's if you have a GeForce card and you pay a certain amount, instead of playing on your local PC, it plays on a remote.
It's their streaming service.
Yes.
They're
But you have to
streaming-
pay for that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
well, so if you have a
Kind of.
if you have a what is the little I have with the device? I don't even remember what it's called. It's like a little streaming device that they sell that Nvidia sells. You can actually
Oh,
get
the
GeForce
Shield.
on that Shield. Thank
Shield,
you.
The
Yeah,
Shield,
yeah.
yeah.
So I've got 2 shields, and I'm actually able to play on my Shield, which is pretty dope
Why do you have 2 shields?
for both. Because I don't like the I don't like.
He also
anything
has
that
a
comes
Does
in the
Amanda
TV.
also play on the Shield?
No, the Shield is for streaming. The Shield has nothing to do with video games. It just happens to have GeForce Now on it because Nvidia makes it. But I use it as a streaming device. So for all my,
Yeah, it's probably one of the best streaming
it
devices.
is the best streaming
Yeah,
device.
yeah,
Like, hands down, hands down. And so I have it on every TV in the house. I use it on all the main TVs. I actually have 3 of them. I only use 2 of them now.
Wait,
Um,
what is this thing?
it's
I
just
wanna
a
get
streaming-
one.
It's just
Yeah,
a streaming dongle that you plug.
I
wanna
in.
get the
It's like
4K
a
one.
Roku. It's like their version
I-
of Roku.
Yeah, it's like a Roku. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanna get the
okay.
4K one.
Thank you.
I don't like what TVs. I don't like the OSs that TVs come with. It's all bloatware and advertising and just sucks balls.
Yep.
So
Really?
ugh,
I don't
Jesus.
get any of that. I just get crashing.
Don't ever buy a Don't ever buy a Samsung if you don't want to see like 80 hours. of
Yeah,
ads
it
on
comes with ads now. That's fucking
Wait,
horseshit.
what?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's
Oh my God.
constant ads.
How do you
Yeah.
see an ad?
Like on the menu bar when you
On the
pop,
menu.
like, yeah,
It's all
Oh,
ads.
It's in the bottom left
Oh,
corner.
okay.
it's crazy.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
ter-
That
so
might
what
be
I do is I
ludicrous.
just use a Shield in place of any smart TV. I just don't use the smart of the smart TV.
Nice. We
Um,
use Apple.
Do you have
TVs
a
for that.
do you have home theater by chance that you hook that into? Does it
Yeah.
actually work with that most really well? Because I'm reading about it
Yes.
right now. Does it work really well?
Yeah, they have a more
yeah.
expensive version that has higher quality bit rate, and then I think better audio as well.
That's
I only-
4K, right?
It's 4K, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we used to
So-
the Apple TV 4Ks. So.
Well, but the cool part, again, to go back to the story, I guess if we want to, is
yeah,
that
go back to your
We
story.
want to.
Yes, yeah.
Nah, I
pretend
don't
that
know
we give a
about
shit. It has GeForce Now on it, so you can
Yes,
then, if you
yeah.
wanted to,
Ah,
stream all your games directly to any of your TVs in your house, which is actually pretty cool. I would never use it. But if
Wait, what are you streaming them from?
hey, and they have a controller that might be better than Microsoft's too.
That's true. You stream them from so Nvidia has deals with like your Steam games, like certain libraries that you can pull directly from. So you don't have to like it could be just straight from your Steam account. You could play right from there.
Yeah, I mean, I
Wow.
played in the beta when they first started bringing this out a couple of years ago, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was like, as long as you own the game on Steam, you could play it for
You
free.
can play it. Yeah.
And it was you could stream it to anywhere that you had that plugged in. So I mean, it works great. And as you said, bringing this back to the original now, this is just another concession that they're trying to put forward so that the European Union regulators say, okay,
Say,
maybe
oh,
Microsoft buying
go
Activision
ahead,
Blizzard.
keep going. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so-
good.
Yeah, we're not a
Yeah.
monopoly if we're on X platform.
Yeah,
That's all.
Yeah,
this is.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
If this deal goes through and Sony's the only one that didn't sign a contract, can Microsoft just be like, "Oh well, too late for you guys"? Like now,
100%.
now we're not doing Call of Duty on
They
PlayStation.
could 100% take Call of Duty away from PlayStation. Now
Yeah.
they won't do
Yeah.
that. That would be
They won't, but
not smart.
Yeah.
But
but even if the contract, even if this acquisition
I
doesn't go
would.
through and they don't, get acquired, the contract between PlayStation and Activision Blizzard is running out. So Activision could be like, you fucked us.
100%.
So
I
we're
don't
going to
think
pull the
they
game
would.
from you
I
guys
think
anyway.
they totally could do that. Yeah.
Why
But
don't
also-
they just do what everybody else does and they just come up with a new IP with the same content on it? Call of Pooty, and they just put everything out on that, and it's like the same game, but you can't
Yep.
put it under the same license anymore.
Yep.
I'd
Call
buy
of
Call of Duty.
Titanfall tried
Pooty.
doing that.
Call of Pooty.
Yeah.
You can, I mean, we can throw some names around. That was just the first one I came up with, but know,
Wow.
something different.
We know.
Yeah. Code's got
Also-
this. Call of Pooty.
There's also news stories that came out today that if the acquisition doesn't go through, Microsoft still has to pay like $8.9 billion to Activision Blizzard for a separation as a clause within the
Oh,
contract
wow.
of acquisition.
Mm.
So there's a large sum of money that Activision's going to get no matter what happens at this.
So
It's-
Microsoft
it's
has
gonna go
a
through. There's no way it
vested
doesn't go
interest in this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
it'll
see it
go
not
through.
going through.
It'll go through.
That's a few billions for that. Like that's weird that they could have a separation agreement that's
Oh,
not
that- Yeah.
Yeah.
like normally it would be like they're trying to back out, but they're not. They're just being told no.
Yeah. Regular.
You
news
that-
can't
it's not
do
possible.
this. Yeah.
Right. You think there'd be a clause that says, well, look, this is what we're trying to do. Best effort here. But like
But if
government
other
says
people
no-
fuck us, no, we need a
Right,
a parachute.
How is that-
Yeah,
yeah, how's that like, oh, you owe billions of dollars because the government doesn't like you? Like that's a there's a bad
I
lawyer
guarantee
someplace.
they're
in
not
there.
paying anything. I don't.
I mean, there's
think they'll end
definitely.
up
I
paying a
mean,
dime.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're definitely defamation of name right now. If it doesn't go through, it's going to be like, well, shit, Activision's not as good as we thought, or something like that. So, I mean, there's damage to the name that they have to recoup somehow, or something like
Yeah,
that. So,
every-
What
Everything's
what damage though? It's like
Billions of dollars of it.
it seems so odd.
this is corporate
Yeah.
money that none of us will ever understand.
This is all fake money.
Fake
Yeah.
money.
I don't know. It sounds like pretty much everybody who I've ever heard of that had a divorce. Like it's the same.
Pretty
Yeah,
pretty
it-
true.
It's all fake money, Code. It's all fake money. Yeah.
Yep.
Until the bank takes your house away, then it feels
Yeah.
super real.
It's just because you're freezing outside naked.
Right. It's the cold
Yeah,
that really gets
yeah.
you at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, dick tip freezes off. All right.
Yep.
On that, why don't we wrap
Sorry,
this
Tiff.
news segment up? If any of you want to suggest news for next week, give us a call 773-527-1 or email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You can also comment in the episode thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors, if we had them, we'd pimp them.
You know about it.
But we don't, so
and we might
won't.
actually make some money.
Yeah, this is the Joel Do I Rock Albert and Derek Co Monkey Shower syndrome. So we don't have them. So if you want to sponsor something, give us a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@toolplay.com.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, is everything
Yeah.
all right?
I don't
Get a
think
little
yeah,
choked
Are you
up. What's
having
going on?
I know this is disturbing to me because I wish we had sponsors at this point. We've had sponsors in the past. We've had
sponsors made you
Netflix.
drunk?
We've had
No, we haven't had any of
name
those.
braids.
You make stuff up.
Nanny.
Yeah, he is.
You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to get a coupon code or whatever and promote that and go, they're our best friends. Like that's just not how it works.
No,
You have to
we've
actually-
had
how HelloFresh
name
works?
brand sponsors in the past. Like,
No, dude, this exact piece of the copy and paste thing, it looks just like it did when I was on the show. Like you've
Alright.
literally been copying pasting the
It's the
same
same.
5 lines.
but we did
Same
it. We
fonts.
did make money at some point.
Once.
Was I gone?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it was me and the smooth.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
we
like,
made our
never-
riches.
never since I was here. So
We made our riches. Yes.
Yeah. A one-time donation. However, I've spent less on this show than you have, so I actually am still net positive.
Yeah, you're out ahead. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am massive net negative. Yes. Yeah. All right. Twitter us up. You can find everything podcast related at twitter.com/tool to play /still_got_game. The website is at twitter.com/tool to play. Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/tool to play. we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool to play. This is where you can find all of our archive video content. This is whether it's hits, quick hits, whether it's still got game, whether it's thick or thin, featuring Duty and LB, Sidecar, i6 Hitman, whether it's Tiff's immature interviews, everything is on youtube.com/tool to play. See, I saved you, Sullivan. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes. Give us 5 stars. If you want to spend 5 seconds extra, give us a review. Oh, they were awesome. I love the show. Those guys are awesome. Bring back Duty and Code Monkey. Whatever you want to say. Yeah. Bring back Hit. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, bring them back.
Yes. Whatever you want to do that on iTunes. We have a Twitch channel, Twitch TV/still_got_game. Go there, follow each and every week. And that's where one of the places we broadcast live. We have a Discord channel, discord.me/stillgotgame. I repeat, discord.me/stillgotgame. You go there, you subscribe, you can chat with Selden 24/7.
Wow.
Selden is there.
Selden needs to
nonstop.
stop.
24/7.
Oh,
Wow.
Selden is there
24/7.
middle of the night,
We
like
gotta get
middle of
Selden.
the afternoon,
We gotta
first
get
thing in the
Selden
morning.
Some more
Selden-
chainsaws.
Selden has
We gotta get-
nothing better to do.
We gotta
Uh,
get Selden on the YouTube channel since the last video was 2 years ago. So like, you
Uh,
gotta get out there, Selden.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh.
We should do a cross promotion.
I can't have a collab with somebody with 732 subscribers. Like,
You can't hurt the
Oh,
brand
fuck
code. Is that what you're saying?
yeah!
Wow.
That number hasn't been updated in 3 or 4 years either.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, no.
we could probably have
that's-
less.
It's probably
Yeah.
a lot less.
It's probably more. But Hit,
It's
Tiff,
probably.
Yon, even J Code, they're probably there more often than.
Wait, what?
yeah.
No.
I don't even know how to
I
log
couldn't say,
in.
did they
Just-
even know there's
Just agree.
I had
Just
no
agree.
idea that even existed.
I invited these guys tonight, and now
What
they're
is
there
going
more.
on right now?
This
All
is
right.
the train wreck
Hit-
part that we
hit-
talked about earlier.
I'm gonna miss you, man.
All right.
The
On
train
that-
is off the rails. The train is off the
On that,
rails.
why don't we move on over and know what we want to pimp this week? So, Hit, what do you want to pimp?
Yeah, if anyone's looking for me, just look for me on my Linktree, linktree.ee/i6hitman, and all my stuff's on there if you're looking for me.
Yeah, he's got an OnlyFans page too. by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love a quality hit OnlyFans.
Nice.
Lots of nudes. Lots.
All right, Tiff.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want to pimp?
You can find me on Instagram at Tiffé Nole. If you want to follow some of our basement remodel that's happening, very, very exciting. You can see the construction and behind the scenes. Also, in honor of Women's History Month, I'd like to promote Girls Who Code. So if you can
Nice.
head over there and support Girls Who Code, just
Nice.
trying to help with the gender gap and have more women and young ladies getting involved with coding. So yeah, that's it for
Sweet.
me.
All right,
I like it, Tiff.
Yanti
Thanks.
I don't have anything. I quit all that stuff a long time ago.
All right, then Selden, what do you got?
You can find me just as similar to the Hit. You can find most of my social links over at Linktree /Selden007. If you're looking for a little bit more content, I sometimes guest host over on one of the other adult gamer communities that spun off.
Cheater.
Cheater, never
Cheater.
beat her.
I've been doing a little co-hosting with Lala over there on his podcast and playing with a little bit of the guys over there.
They got sponsors.
We have no sponsors over there either, man. It's all free. So
You really need something to do, Selden.
So yeah, you can find me sometimes over on the Grim Reaper Gamers podcast. So
Nice.
what about you, Jan? No, we already talked about Jan. How about
Run
you, dude?
Jay? We're on Jay.
I've got no socials anymore. I am unsocial.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's you should be that way.
Yeah. You know,
It's a better life to be. It's
it
happier.
is.
It's
I'm a
joyful.
big fan of it.
Yes.
Well,
If
then
you need
get
me, talk to
prepared.
Derek.
Get prepared for Code's spamming of all of his things. Code, what do you got that you're selling?
Just search Google for Common Cocktails. That's probably gonna find something I have.
That is the most lame cop out ever.
Well,
I
you
will
can go to
say-
awesomedrinks.com and buy stuff from me, but then I have to pack it and ship it. That's kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh, I'm doing that.
I'm
Where
buying
is that?
shit for- yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
I need
We're
some
definitely doing
martini
that.
We're all
glasses.
gonna buy the smallest thing you have and repeat the purchase 100 times over.
One bottle of bitters, please.
Yeah.
One, like
Yep.
little
Dude,
shot
if you-
glass.
If you had a wider selection of some tiki glasses or something like that, I'd probably pick up some of those.
I used to, and I
Yeah.
reduced them so I don't have to freaking pack them.
No. See,
But seriously, Code's website and his YouTube channel is great if you're looking for cocktail recipes. He definitely breaks it down really nice, and he's awesome to watch. Him and the guys that he hosts with. It's just an entertaining group.
how much
Everybody-
do you pay Selden to suck this
I know,
off
what
you?
I was gonna say,
Heck.
Code actually found a sponsor.
Yeah,
He was
his
just selling
sponsor
it.
is Selden.
Fucking selling his shit for him. Jesus.
Oh
Hey, you
my
don't believe how many
God.
times people come to our channel like, you guys are so drunk, and we're like, we just started.
Start.
Like, we haven't drank anything yet.
No,
Like,
what's
just 'cause
his
we're
name is
idiots.
always so trashed. I'm trying to draw a name. He is
Bro.
the blonde wife.
Oh, he's never trashed. Dan, no.
Dan is
He-
always trashed.
No.
He is the most trash guy I've ever seen
Everybody
on a
else-
YouTube
see-
channel.
Exactly. So I make fun of him because he shows up. I'm like, they're already going to say you're drunk. Because he sounds like he's drunk all of the time.
Yes.
And-
Oh, he is
and-
drunk all the time.
No, that's the best part. It's when you get called everything destroyed, blitzed.
Oh,
Name it.
he is.
He's-
Just
all
yeah.
those
Drunk
things.
was an understatement. Destroyed is more like it. Yes.
And he's had like 3 sips of alcohol, and you're like, I don't. People they don't get it, man.
Ugh.
Which is fine.
No, I've been there. I was there for one of your birthday things, and Dan was destroyed. Yeah.
I don't think that was the way it ended, but you were there, so I'll give you that.
I was there. Yeah. He was destroyed. All right. So I just
This
want
is
to
where you
remind.
finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring us into. I'm gonna
we're
bring us
finished
to the
already.
end.
Yeah, we're
So,
It is
so-
over.
so all of
Put
my
us out of our
shit.
misery.
All of my shit is at linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. That's Linktree Derek Nolan. You can find all of my shit as well as all the show shit that we talked about tonight. So definitely go there, follow all of those, and you will not be disappointed. So,
Unless it's YouTube.
wow, code working against us. Sorry, I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every week live Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tools play, facebook.com/tools play, and twitch.tv/still_got_game. You fucked me up, Code. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's definitely Code's fault.
Yes. So join us in any of those live shows. And on that, we will wrap this episode 500 up. I'm Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I'm Chris 007 Selden.
I'm James John Yant.
I'm Code.
I'm just Derek. I'm just Derek. Code monkey.
Oh, we'll see you next week for episode 501.